When I make a North American fighter kite, I start by preparing each of the various parts that can be prepared ahead of time, including the spine. I make the spine. This is the template I'm going to use on this particular kite. So I just put my bamboo blank, which I have here. This is a 24-inch long piece of hand split bamboo that's imported from India. And I buy them from oneworldkites.com. They have all kinds of different bamboo available. And this is the one I like best for spines. It's 24 inches long, not very expensive. And so I start with this. But because they are uniform in cross section, and I don't care for that in my kites, it's just my personal preference. I like the nose section of the kite to be more flexible, to be lighter weight. So I just make one of these the length I want for the kite I'm making based on my template here, which I've already cut this, and then to shape it the way I want it and to create the kind of flexibility I want in the nose section, but yet want the tail section to be rigid or more rigid, here's what I use. I use a utility knife. You could use one of those that break off different parts, break them off. I mean, I've used those. I've used all kinds of utility knives, and I find them to be the easiest to use to make the bamboo spines the way I want them. And I'll just show you what I do. It's very simple. I'm going to make the cross section of this upper part of the spine smaller. Now, the skin side of the bamboo is the most important part in terms of providing the bamboo strength and resiliency and springiness. So I don't want to reduce the width of it any more than I need to, because that provides the real strength for the bamboo. So I just angle my knife into the side of the bamboo stick and press down a little bit, and then just pull the stick through the knife blade, and it cuts off a piece. Then I roll it over on the other side and do the same thing. Now, these are not perfectly the same, that's for sure. They're close. It's surprisingly how close they are. And I continue to do this, rotating from one side to the other. And I want the cross section to be relatively flat on the skin or the bark or rind, whatever you want to call the outer part of the bamboo that's got the strength. I want that to remain flat, but I want the part behind it, the underneath part, to be rounded in its cross-sectional shape. So I just continue doing this a little at a time because, you can't add it back in if you take it off and it's too much. So I test it then. I just compress it like this a little bit to bend it to see where it wants to bend. Now it is much stiffer now at the tail section here than it was, and it's a little more springy or a little more flexible at the top, which is what I want. I'll continue to do this, and then I will have finished my bamboo spine, and I'll have it ready to install on the kite when that time comes in the construction process. So this looks like a pretty good arrangement here. This is quite rigid here, which is the tail portion, and much more flexible up here. So I can bend it myself while I'm on the flying field in order to adjust it, which is what I like about bamboo. Now, for a spine in a North American fighter kite that I make, I use bamboo most of the time. But I can also make it using carbon fiber. A carbon fiber spine I make differently. I will show you that in a different video, but you can use either a flat piece of carbon, which is what this is. It's about a 1/4 inch wide and maybe 0.04 inches in thickness. Or you can use a carbon fiber rod. I would probably use an 0.6 or 0.7 inch diameter carbon rod for the spine, but you can use either. And I'll make a video and show you how I do that in case you're interested in giving it a try and don't have any clue how to start.